We're on the Galeon 435 GTO. This boat packs about as much into a 43-foot boat as I've ever seen. I'm Captain Gregg from BoatTest, and join me as we take a look around.
The 435 is the third and largest yacht in Galeon's expanding line of grand touring outboard boats. She was designed to be an all-inclusive open day boat and weekender. But in cool and inclement weather, she can be buttoned up just like an express cruiser by closing her sunroof and aft door. She has an abundance of entertaining areas: forward, amidships with an inside-out cabin, and the aft deck. Now let's start our tour of the 435 GTO in the bow and look at the details that set her apart. This portside walkway is key to the boat's functionality.
Converting access to the bow into this open configuration is done by a single lever on a very sturdy gas strut. And the lower door, one click, and it locks into space.
This allows Galeon to create an inviting, secure, huge U-shaped entertaining bow lounge that comfortably seats 8 people sightseeing and just enjoying life. The asymmetrical design throughout the Galeon 435 GTO allows one of the largest bow riding areas in a boat of this class. Note that the maximum beam is carried all the way forward to the bow. By pulling out the bow topsides from just below the deck level to the top of the gunnels, then sculpting the sides dramatically back to the normal sections and down to a sharp forefoot, Galeon has made a big bow rider that's also an easy rider. 8 people can be seated around the table, and part of the chaise lounger flips up to form a backrest for the seat. When in lounge mode, 3 armrests with cup holders come down. In the bulwarks are JL audio speakers, stereo controls, and cell phone chargers. Under the cushions in the bow are 3 compartments for storage. The outside living on the 435 continues inside, which is also outside thanks to a large electrically controlled sunroof, the side windows that automatically slide down, and the fully opening aft door, all of which turns this yacht's main cabin inside out. The portside galley is fully equipped with double grill, sink, cutting board, refrigerator, and under cabinet storage with an option for an ice maker. It's a perfect place to serve the aft deck table or inside dinette. Because the aft door is 1 swing and 2 sliding panels, it stows out of the way. The galley is wide open to the outside air, and there is easy movement between the 2 venues. The aft and inside deck are the same level, so there's no stumbling.
Here I am in the seating area on the starboard side of the salon, set up in dining configuration. This converts to 3 rows looking forward.
And if you count the transom bench seat, there are actually 4 rows of forward-facing seating, handling as many as 14 adults looking forward abaft the windshield. 17 if you count 3 bow riders. The 435 is truly a grand touring boat, and she'll accommodate an extended family or half your neighborhood.
With the twist of 1 button, this aft seat rotates all the way around to join the aft cockpit seat, making one continuous seating area.
This is a configuration that we have rarely seen on any size boat. 10 to 14 people can comfortably sit here for an evening cruise or cocktail party. I particularly like the design of this transom seating with the ends turned in to form a comfortable, semi-enclosed banquette.
Now this entire seating area can either move forward or back. And there's 2 placeholders for the pedestals for a table. Those can also be moved to the forward so you can have a table in either position. The aft section of the aft seat folds down to make a sun pad. There's a fully extendable sun awning that covers the entirety of the back deck. To open it, simply push and hold on the activation button and the extend button.
On the same panel are the controls for the balconies that fold down with the push of a button.
With the balconies extended, the beam of the 435 is about 20 feet. These are spacious. They're 3 feet wide at the front, and you can see that they actually extend forward along the side of the boat. There are stainless steel stanchions and a rail that can be put in place. Those are stored in the maintenance room.
Galeon is known for pioneering the fold-down balconies in yachts of this size. This single innovation adds not only far greater and more exciting access to the water and water sports, but it also makes the boat and anchor much more fun and maybe even more romantic. With the balconies in the up position, there are boarding doors on both port and starboard sides. Now let's take a look at the boat's accommodations. Sturdy 2-inch stainless steel handrails are available as one descends the floating stairs into the galley below.
Throughout the galley are hard Corian tops. There's a Corian cutout for the sink, refrigerator, microwave, and storage all around.
The lower galley is a good place to keep a coffee maker. Anyone who has ever cruised on a boat knows there's something special about getting underway in the morning, smelling the rich aroma of coffee brewing, and being with friends or family to enjoy it. Like almost all the spaces on the 435 GTO, the master cabin is asymmetrical. There are storage cabinets to port, but not to starboard. The window configuration is different, with the port side having a smaller window to accommodate the walkway to the bow.
The headroom throughout this boat is amazing for a 43-foot boat. In here, there's 6 feet, 6 inches of headroom. There's 35 inches of headroom above the bed, some 43-inch TV, and storage space around the entirety of the room.
There are 2 steps up to the island berth, which measures 75 inches long by 58 inches wide, with 2 feet, 11 inches of headroom above.
Moving to the aft stateroom, there's one feature that I'm not crazy about, and that's this latch. Now, I understand why it needs to be this way, because the companionway down into the aft stateroom isn't very wide, so the beautiful latches used on the other doors wouldn't quite work here because you'd get caught on it. But I found this one a little tricky to open, and even a little more tricky to get a grasp on to close firmly. As this boat has outboards as opposed to internal engines, there's room for this second stateroom, which is pretty amazing given everything else that exists on this 43-foot boat. Now, it's not very big. Ceiling height is only 46 inches, but I actually find it really cozy and wouldn't mind sleeping in here myself.
The inboard berth measures 74 inches long by 50 inches wide. The outboard berth measures 74 inches long by 26 inches wide. Both have 32 inches of headroom.
One thing that I appreciate is every unique area of this boat, including this second stateroom, has its own Dometic HVAC control. Now let's take a look at the head.
The single head serves the master and guest cabins and also functions as a day head.
I'm 6'1", so I appreciate a shower that has some headroom. This one has 6 feet 8 inches.
Perhaps at night, the most popular place to get together with friends will be inside the main cabin, where the good times will continue to roll. For Boat Test, I'm Captain Gregg, saying life is better on a boat, particularly on a romantic night.